You can become extraordinary. I know you'll set the world on fire. Keep chasing your dreams.
Welcome to Ordinarily Extraordinary Conversations with Women in STEM. I'm Kathy Nelson, and I am here with Linda Lotterell, my co-host. Which, when we start our podcast, I don't always tell you that Linda's here. So I just want you all to know that Linda is always here when we're doing our podcast. So thanks for joining. We have kind of a different episode today. Good to see you, Linda.
Good to see you too. Good morning.
Good morning. We're going to be talking, just the two of us, and we're going to be talking about something that I am absolutely over the moon excited about. And if you are watching us on the YouTube channel, it is our STEM Superstars coloring book, Women of Today Changing the World. This is a coloring book that I have been working on for the last 3 years with my daughter, Emily. She did all the illustrations. They're all hand-drawn. And it's all about contemporary women that are working in STEM. And I want to talk about how the need for representation and how important it is to have these contemporary women so that little girls, and I'm also going to say little boys, can realize the importance of, not really the importance, but they could just grow up with this being normal. I mean, that's really the whole idea behind this, is that trying to normalize women in STEM, so that little girls think that they can grow up and do whatever they want to, whether it's in STEM or not in STEM, and little boys can grow up and work with women in STEM, and that it's just normal. And someday we don't have to do a podcast, and someday we don't have to have a coloring book. But that's kind of the idea behind it. So I just wanted to share that with the world.
It looks amazing. I love your front cover. I love the animated drawings of the photos of the women that are in the book. And I think that is just really a cool touch to your coloring book. I can't wait to see all the stories and the illustrations that were done. And it's exciting. It's an exciting time for you. We have talked probably the last 3 years about you working on this book.
Yep.
And I've seen the passion that you've put into it and the excitement and the work that you've done with your daughter, the work that you went through to get it done, and just finding different avenues to help you do that. It's been pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it's taken a while. I'm not my daughter's highest priority. She has a busy life, and
Yeah.
so that, and then also getting women's commitment and participation. Not that that was hard, but there's also release forms and making sure that everyone's happy with how they're being drawn. And
Mhm.
so I want to I want to talk about what's actually in here a little bit. So it's broken out into sections. So there's a science section, a technology section, an engineering section, a math section, and an other section. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit specifically about some of the folks that are in here. And this is not to say that they're not everyone is important that's in here, but our bat scientist that was on here a couple of weeks ago, she's in here. That's one of my favorite pages. This is another one of my favorite pages. It's Allie Banwell, Dr. Allie Banwell. She is a glaciologist.
Oh,
We got some cute little penguins on here. It almost looks like it could be ice fishing in Minnesota, except because she's in
yeah,
water. But there's no penguins in Minnesota on our ice.
right, right. So that is an ice auger, and she's
It is.
drilling in through the
In the
ice.
glacier.
I can
Yeah.
relate to that because I ice fish
Yep.
I ice fish, and I can relate to her drilling holes with the ice auger.
Yep.
That's really cool.
On the technology side,
Oh,
so on the technology side, this is Janet Fan, and she works with satellites to bring internet to parts of the world where they don't have connectivity. So she's
oh,
been on the
nice.
podcast. I love all the women that I've had in here because most of them have been on the podcast. So these are all people that I know personally. It's really fun.
Isn't that fun?
This is
Yeah.
Becky Mueller. She's a crash test engineer. I
Oh,
had no
wow.
idea that there was such a thing as a crash test engineer until I started doing this podcast.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite ones.
I'll have to
Um,
look up some of these episodes that I haven't listened to. I don't recall that one, so that'll be fun to look up.
on the math side, we have a code breaker.
Oh,
That was Sherry Shannon Vanstone was a code breaker. And then she helped develop the encryption technology that was in Blackberries. So she's on the
oh,
math.
Very cool. Looks a little bit like The Matrix.
It does. Yeah. My daughter had to be pretty creative because, like computer stuff, like what do you do for a code breaker, right? Like the ones and
Right.
zeros in code is not necessarily something that you can actually see.
That's cool.
And then this is Erin Twomley. She is actually from Brainerd. She doesn't live in Brainerd now. She lives in Belgium right now, but she does STEM education for young girls.
Oh, nice.
We talked about her a little bit because she is also a lifetime Girl Scout. So we kind of talked about her a little bit. She's the one that introduced me to our bat scientist. And then in the back of the book, there are actual pictures and biographies of
Oh,
all the
nice.
women that are in the book. So you can see what they actually look like and that they're actually real women. Because that was something that was important to me, was making sure that people know, like, this isn't just a representation, that these are all actual women doing these actual jobs. They're all living now. They're not historical. And that was a
Hmm.
really important piece to me as been in creating this book, was making sure that it was something that is, very representative and very timely so that people know that these are real people. So all these
Hmm.
people, I think people can look up and actually contact and talk to if they wanted to, which is, I think, a lot of fun.
That's great.
And then also learning how to self-publish, because this is self-published through Amazon KDP. That's a whole new process that I had to learn, and figuring out how to try to market it, because I'm trying to get it into some local stores and things like that. That's all a whole different. It is not engineering. It's a whole different industry.
I feel yeah, I feel like that would be interesting to navigate. Everything's electronically done now, and um, I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube because there's a lot of YouTube channels that you can watch to learn about how to do that. Or
You
did
know
you
that
not?
maybe
Or that?
I didn't go that route. You're like, maybe I should have gone that route. But there are some like little quirky things. It was supposed to have been published on November 4th. It's not quite published yet. I think it should be
Oh,
published either today or tomorrow. Um, I had to learn what an ISBN number is, which is
oh,
like
sure.
the numbers that are on the back of books.
I've
I had
seen
to
them.
like create one and
Yeah.
put all the information into that, that's actually what caused my little issue within Amazon KDP and
Oh,
all these things that I didn't know. And then I'm starting to try to, because it's the holiday shopping season, trying to go to local businesses to see if they would carry it. So that's
hmm,
weird because I'm not used to selling myself in that way, right? Like
right.
it feels very awkward. So if you want to sell this in your store, um, one of the things that was interesting. So yesterday I was in Maple Grove. We actually had lunch and dinner with different groups of people that I used to work with at GRE, which was
Oh, fun.
amazing. But I went
Oh,
to Barnes and
fun.
Noble and I was like, "Hey, like, is this? Can I talk to your manager? Because I have this book that I would like to sell in your store." And the girl gets on her radio and calls the manager, and she's like, "Oh, I have an author up here that would like to talk with you about carrying her book." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh! Like, to be called
I
an
would
author is so weird."
just called an author. I have a little story about my granddaughter, Etta. She's 4. I've talked about the twins before. She's
Mhm.
uh, 2 girls, twin girls, and she's one of them. And she is in preschool. And her latest thing is writing books. And you can imagine a 4-year-old and what kind of books she writes. She takes lined paper out of a book and cuts them into book size pieces and glues them together. And then she writes a story on the pages. And it's
What?
so darling. Her first story was about a girl inside the jar and how there was a butterfly in there, and the girl yelled that she didn't want to be in there anymore. And then the next page, she was out. It was so cute.
That
I don't know
sounds like
where.
a
So
start of a really good story. That actually
I
sounds
know
really interesting.
it's the girl in the jar. So anyway, what is really cool is she knows what an illustrator is. That's one of the words she has learned as a
Okay.
4-year-old.
Yep.
So every book I read her, she wants me to read her all the illustrator information. So
Only at 4.
at 4.
Oh, I love
Who's the
that.
illustrator, Grandma? So it was a Disney book. One of the later movies, I'm trying to think of which one it was, but it was like the Pixar group that had done all the illustration. So
Mhm.
there's several illustrators along with this group illustration, and I had to read the whole thing to her before we read the book.
Before you read the book. I feel like that's a kid wanting to read the birthday card before they open the gift at 4. Like, that's amazing.
Isn't it? At 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's pretty amazing. So now she's on a book writing expedition, and she every night she's gotta write a new book.
You could actually, depending on how big her books are, like, you could create it in what do they call what did I do? Like, Shutterfly books and stuff. Like, you could take her stuff and, like, actually make it into a book.
Oh, I like that idea. That would be a great Christmas present.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
she's written me a couple too. Yeah.
And, like, make them into actual
Oh, that'd be
words so that
cute.
she can say that
Yeah.
she has.
I love that, especially The Girl in the Jar.
I like that. She needs to develop that story.
Oh,
Mm.
that's so funny. Well, anyway, I'm so excited about your book today. Today or tomorrow, you said it was going to
Yeah,
be
I will post
published?
in social media as soon as it's available to be purchased. Like I said, it's
Mm.
a little bit later than I had planned and expected, but there turns out there's some technical things that could go wrong when you're trying to
I can't imagine.
and
It's all the
and it's a little
details.
stressful because I'm trying to get it out before holiday shopping
Yeah.
and get it into
Yeah.
local stores. And we're leaving next Monday to be gone for 9 days for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it
Oh, wow.
in
Oh,
time to these stores until maybe like halfway through the holiday shopping. So
oh,
a
wow.
little, I don't know. It's a little bit stressful because I want
Yeah.
and it's not. I I just I want it to get to as many people as possible from a standpoint that
Mhm.
I don't know of anything that's out there that's like this, and I want like
Yeah.
at a young age for kids to be able to see that this is possible. Like
Mhm.
it all goes back to the normalization. I mean, that's really the whole reason of doing it is just really trying to normalize women in STEM so that
Sure.
at some point we don't have to have a podcast about women in STEM.
Oh, I
And
hope we
it's
still do, though.
normal.
We don't have to, but I hope we still do.
Well, I know, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's just normal.
I
It's
know
just
what you
a
mean.
job. It's just a job that we can do. We could just
Right.
talk about like grandkids and them writing things
Yes.
instead of
Yes.
talking about women in STEM and how we need to increase
Right.
representation. And so someday I hope that it'll just be normal. But um,
Is there anything I can do to help you promote your book in this area? I mean, it's not that far from you. It's what, an
well,
hour and a half.
so I actually do
But
have like a marketing flyer that I can send you if you
mhm.
want to see if any of them would be willing to
Yeah.
carry it in any local stores. I do talk about like on the here I'll show you. Show you the about page.
Yes.
I just so here's the thing. I'm super proud of this book, and it's not that this has nothing to do with me being proud of any work that I have done in this. My daughter did all of these illustrations by hand. I am so proud of the work that she has done. And
Mhm.
so I am like bragging up this book a lot, but it's not me bragging about me. I am bragging about my daughter.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about her. Is she naturally talented, or did she have
She is.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you have a page up there you wanna
This,
talk about,
well,
and then we'll talk about her.
this is her. So this is on my
Yeah.
about page. So on their about page, we talk about being from the Brainerd Lakes area. I think that's a great tie is that we are from small town Minnesota and we want to increase STEM representation in especially the rural areas. I think is really important. So back to Emily. So I actually thought that she would go to college for art. She has done like beautiful paintings. She's done pottery. Um, there was one time she was, I don't know, probably 10 or 12. She went out on our dock and we have these like wild grapes kind of growing up trees basically like on our
Hmm.
shoreline.
Oh,
She took the
cool.
grapes. Again, she's like 10 or 12 at this time. She crushes the grapes. She makes it into paint. And then she paints this
Oh,
beautiful sea tree of the view from the dock. And
wow.
from
Resourceful too.
grape juice. But
Wow.
it stayed purple for I don't know, for a very long time. Now it's like faded to gray.
Oh, it's on your dock? She painted it right on the dock?
Yep. Well, she
Oh,
didn't no, she no no
wow.
no. She didn't paint
Oh,
the dock. She painted the
oh,
picture, but
okay.
the picture
Yeah,
on paper.
got it.
So on the paper, it stayed purple for a long time,
Oh,
and then it like
wow.
eventually faded to gray. But the fact that she even like, I am not artistic. Like I am not artistic at all.
I'm not
The
either.
fact that she even
I
knew to
can be,
like crush
but
grapes to make paint was
Yeah.
at that age was kind of mind-boggling to me. And then she just made this like beautiful painting so yeah,
Yeah.
she is talented. Like I said, she went to college for environmental studies. Um, I would have thought, but she was talented enough. I would have thought that she would have gone for art, but she's like, I don't know.
Sure.
She's like, what would I do for a job? But,
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. I
Right.
mean, but they're all hand drawn, and she did a really nice job. And I'm super excited to be able to brag her up.
Yes, I'm excited for you, and you should be. It looks amazing.
So
Looks like you did a fantastic job.
yeah, so we've got 25 women in here, and then there are 6 title pages. So there's 31 pages for people of color. It is single-sided, so it can be colored and then taken out
Mhm.
and hung up, or just also so they don't like bleed onto each other. So
Oh, sure.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
my passion
love it.
project for the last 3 years.
I love it, and I'd love to be a part of it. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
This is really exciting.
Well, I am so excited they get to share this with you, and when I do have it published, I will send you a copy, and
Okay.
you and your grandkids can color
Yes, they
together.
would love to.
Yeah. So
I can't wait. Yeah.
that's about it for my little passion project, and I thanks for letting me talk about it with you and share it with our listeners.
Oh,
And
you're welcome. It's fun to see your excitement.
it's my
Yeah.
fun project. So
Yeah. That's great.
all right, thank you, and we will talk soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Ordinarily Extraordinary Conversations with Women in STEM. We have a couple of things we'd like to ask of you, and don't worry, they're not too hard. If you enjoyed this podcast, please go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify to rate and review the podcast. Your ratings and reviews help more people find this podcast and bring these women's stories to more listeners. Second, you can follow the podcast by clicking follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. That way, you'll never miss an episode. Third, please share this podcast with a friend, coworker, or family member, or even on your social network. We want to get these women's stories out to the world. And if you have a question or are looking for advice, or just want to say hi or have a comment for us, please email us at ordinaryextraordinarypod@gmail.com, or you can use our new voicemail feature on our website at ordinarily-extraordinary.com. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time. I'll leave you with the music of my friend and fellow STEMinist, Kay Paulus.
Mama said you're so lucky. The world's evolved so far. You know my path was laid out for me, but I longed for something more. What are you gonna be? They asked me. Teacher, nurse, or secretary. But you, my child, can do anything. You can become extraordinary. I know you'll set the world on fire. Keep chasing your dream. Use your gifts for good and stand on your own 2 feet. Set the world on fire. Have faith in yourself. Do your best, work hard, and you'll set the